All right, guys, I'm back. You guys said Ren Money Game Part 1, 2, and 3, and especially 3 is the big one to react to. I've got hundreds, literally hundreds of things I've got to react to, guys. So I'm doing my best to satisfy everyone. Money Game. Let's get right into it.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theories, strive fearing weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes.
Yeah, so you guys said Ren could rap. Okay. Yeah, said a lot there. He's obviously not a fan of the idea of the I say the idea of democracy, because even in the U.S. we have a constitutional republic. We don't have a democracy. Let's keep going here.
Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes on pain.
If we had a democracy, super PACs wouldn't exist. Massive super PACs would not be able to donate to politicians' campaigns and completely wash out the grassroots politicians. I don't know how it goes in the UK, but over here, money runs the political game. Let's keep going.
To cry in shame, the pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole world burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die to point the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
Yeah, I mean, he said so much already, but we're all part of the money game. I mean, I work an hourly job. I started a landscaping company. It's winter now, so I have to pick up an hourly job. My goal is to not have to work an hourly job or even run a landscaping company. I would prefer to do this full time, but even then, I mean, there's for instance, Eminem's old music. I've heard most of it. There's a lot of people on YouTube that fake reactions for the subscribers so that they can monetize, and people are none the wiser. I mean, not all actors made it to Hollywood. Some of them got on YouTube and they found their niche, and then they kept going with it. We all do take part in the system. There's definitely, I mean, say what you want about capitalism. If you're truly like 110 billion% against capitalism, you probably shouldn't have an iPhone. You probably shouldn't go to Walmart. You probably shouldn't buy cheap clothing because it was most likely made by slaves, or children who are paid with a thimble of rice and a few pennies a day. We are all part of it, and yeah, I appreciate Ren's framing in it. Let's keep going here.
Stop.
I'll stop. Oh no. Oh. I thought he was. Maybe that's coming at the end. I'm suspecting. So in this video is Ren. Oh shit, man. I just demonetized my video, but hey, screw it. He's picking up a baseball bat now. So is Ren the money game in this, and then the guy in the white cloak is essentially kind of him? That's kind of what I'm picking up so far from this. But oh man, you had to pick up the baseball bat and put the murder gloves on. All right, let's see where this goes.
president. It's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say proudly through gritted teeth, it's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech.
Wow. I'll keep going.
But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are...
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that people use, this is a big issue right now with X, formerly known as Twitter, and Elon Musk. I mean, so he recently, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but he recently said something like, to the river, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, is essentially going to be, you're going to get that post taken down on Twitter. And you're not going to get any ad revenue from it. I don't know the history of the phrase, so I'm a little ignorant, but my understanding of it is, it's like, first of all, I'm going to think of it differently. If I see someone in the US who's a peaceful person and I know them, and then they post on social media and say from the river to the sea, that's going to hit a little bit differently than if it's a Hamas militant, holding an AK-47, saying from the river to the sea. Like, to me, it's like there's separation between. You can't just say that these words in and of themselves, to me, are evil and hateful. It's like, well, who's saying it? Like, that was the whole point of Elon Musk taking over X, I thought, and so hopefully he corrects this. But to me, it's like, well, is every single person, I know I might lose subs over this, but it's like, is every single person saying from the river to the sea saying we should commit genocide against Jews? I don't think that's true. And so for me, it's like, well, let's try to see the nuance in what that phrase means. Now, it's like, you can't condone genocide. And once again, if you've got a Hamas militant saying it, holding an AK-47 after he's just shot a bunch of Israelis, that's going to hit me a little bit different than if you have a professor, let's say, who says, from the river to the sea. I'm not defending anything, but I am saying, like, we need to, the whole point of the freedom, I'm talking too much, but let's keep going here, guys.
Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. It was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again.
Wow.
Demonize the whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep. Rain, rain, rain.
He says so much, guys. I mean, the news. He touches on the news. How does the news make money in the money game? Ad revenue. How do you increase ad revenue? You get people coming back to the news. How do you get people coming back to the news? You scare the living shit out of them. You make it seem like their survival is dependent on their consumption of news. And if that's the case, you are financially motivated to scare the shit out of people. What's the effect of that? You have real life effects of that. You have people scared to talk to each other in grocery stores. You have some people who are genuinely hateful of other groups of people now. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But man, Ren knows what's going on. He sees it, and thank God that he's putting this on in a song so that people can digest it and understand that there are these systems in place that are not in your benefit. You're not getting the news because they want to give you the most accurate picture of what's going on and give you a balanced opinion. And in my opinion, that's why a lot of news is kind of established media news is dying off now, and podcasting is on the rise. But let's keep going here, guys.
Sheep, there's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Oh. He had to do it. He had like a million ways to kill him. He had to do it the hands-on way. Oh no, he's not dead yet. Are those bullseyes on his eyes or his eyes? Oh, either way, I'm nervous about how he's gonna kill him. Of course. Just when I thought I knew how he was gonna do it. No, still not. Is he gonna just take out a gun and shoot him in the head? I'm dying to find out how he kills him. Is he gonna kill him at all, or just keep him alive so we can make money off of him? I don't know. Ren is toned. I mean, I don't swing that way, but he's toned, man. I can tell he gets it in. Let's go. Oh, man. I did not see that coming. Wow. Oh, Ren. What a beautiful troubled soul, man. Amazing. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys pointing me in this direction. You know, I hope no one got really offended by anything I said with, you know, the Israel-Hamas thing or the river to the sea, but I don't know. I definitely have mixed feelings about freedom of speech because it's like, well, you know, defining what hate speech is. I certainly condoning violence against any group of people to me is hate speech. But that's a slippery, you know, it's a slippery slope. It's hard to define, and it's an ongoing struggle. But yeah, I mean, certainly the media keeps us divided. The media gives us kind of a, personally for me, when I consume too much media, I have an adrenaline response or defense mechanism response when I hear somebody say certain words or someone says something. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I can't believe they just said that. It's like, well, I mean, if we all disconnected from it, the world would 100% be a better place, and we would be able to connect much better with people if we weren't constantly consuming news. Personally, I try not to consume too much news because I think it's anti-free thinking. I think it is manufactured to propagate a certain belief systems, and it's certainly engineered to elicit an adrenal response so that you feel like if you don't consume the news, you need to know what's going on. They make it necessary almost for your survival. And I know people who are in that loop, and it's a very dangerous loop to be in. I won't talk too much here, guys. I'll wrap up the reaction, but I appreciate you guys pointing me in this direction. And yeah, if you like the reaction, subscribe, like, comment, and please recommend. Thank you.